Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody's doing good. Hopefully you had a good day today. And now that you got home, you can get outside and rake those leaves, right? Yeah. I'm waiting for all mine to fall this year. Anyway, I want to talk about the perilous times that we are living in. People have read, and we've all had this certain, well, a Christian has got to put on a certain air, and he's got to walk a certain way, and he's got to have this certain monotone that, no, baloney. There's no such thing. Now, are we supposed to be kind and loving? Yeah, but you can be stern and disciplined and have discipline or issue discipline and love at the same time. In fact, love and discipline kind of go hand in hand together, all right? And there's nobody perfect in this world. Sorry. You can think that your pastor, your church, or your whoever is perfect, but they're not, all right? That's just the fact of the matter. And as soon as some of you learn that, well, maybe you'll start seeing a little clearer that men are not what they seem to be. But we are in perilous times, and we therefore must shake off this ratty coat of we have to be a certain way. No, we don't. We're coming into the end times, the end time game. The end times is going to be serious, and everything that is coming from this point forward is going to be rough and tough. So you either better gird your loins and put on your armor and sharpen your sickles and get your knives sharpened, okay? And which is meaning put on the word of God, all right? And prepare yourself for the battles that are coming. And they're not going to be just spiritual battles this time. So to sit here and say that we've got to hum a certain chant or wear a certain clothing or whatever. No, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Just people looking to use guilt as a reason to shame somebody. Get over yourself, okay? You better start waking up to what's going on around the world and stop all this petty stuff. I'm in 2 Timothy, I believe, yes. But know this, that in the last days, perilous times will come. Not perilous times might come, will come. For men will be lovers of themselves, right? Oh, boy, do we see that a lot on YouTube and Tiki-Taki and TikToks and all them other things, huh? Can't even watch a football game or a basketball game now that they all rubbing up on themselves and shaking their dadgum butts in the air. Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, I got you. Lovers of money. No, they can't. No, we don't see none of that, do we? Churches are full of them, lovers of money. Boasters. How many of you hear people say that they are perfect or they're sinless? I know one or two preachers right now that I could name off that say they're without sin in their lives. I know some of them right now that claim that they talk with God in a conversation in their living room. All right? Proud. Proud, I'm on the kind of the fence for now. Proud as in I'm better than anybody else kind of proud. No, I'm proud of my accomplishments of the things that I have built and created with my hands and with the gifts that my Father has given me. So, I try to not cross a line when it comes to that, but when it comes to, pride as far as me being the special, nope. So we all have issues here. We're all grouped in here somewhere. Okay? Blasphemers. Well, I hate to say this, but when you're calling Jesus God, you're knocking God completely out of the picture. Well, I don't know. That's pretty much there. Unholy. How about the guy that just got through saying that Jesus is here? I just watched this video just a couple of minutes ago. Jesus is here. It's finally, the kingdom has come. Whew. My goodness. Unholy. Nothing holy about that. Unloving. Look at all the war that's going all over around the world. Look at all the killings and the mass, everything else that's going on around the world. Yeah, there's a lot of love, ain't there? All these rapture people that want to sit there and tell you that they are so good, they are so godly, that when God comes back, he's taking them out of here, and anybody that ain't as godly as they are, they're going to be left behind. You sinners, you're going to burn in hell. See you later. Well, first off, I hope you do get your wish, okay? Because that'll mean the end of the times are really, really, really here, okay? So for that, I grant you that. It's unloving. There's nothing loving about anything that's going on in this world. And as I was saying with these rapture people, they have a love for themselves and themselves only, and not anybody else. And so it's about them. That gets right into the pride. Nobody knows. Nobody's right. Ain't a man alive that can say 100%. And a man will sit there and tell you that he speaks for God and talks to God. Whew, I'd be careful with that one. Unforgiving. Well, now this is a hard one too. A lot of us face this one, okay? When it means unforgiving, it means unforgiving everything. People, your past, your loved ones, who's hurt you, caused harm, everything. They sue you. If they are suing you, give them everything you got. Don't fight them. Give them everything you got. See, there's a difference between being godly and holy and being of the world and trying to live, okay? Slanders. Yep. Oh, yeah, we can see that a lot. Without self-control. There's another one that a lot of us face, okay? We all have some in here, we all have these to face. Brutal. Yeah, there's a lot of brutality. Despisers of good. Well, yeah, there's people that hate good. They would rather hate and cause problems than be good. Yeah, that's, our governments do that. They all guilty of that one. Traitors. Don't need to mention no names here, do I? Headstrong. See, I fall guilty on this one too. A lot of us fall headstrong. Haughty? Nah, I can be, I guess my tone can be sometimes. I see, so we're all guilty. We're all guilty of these things. But these are the things that are being described that are happening right now in this world. Okay? Lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God. There's people right here, right now, that's searching for God and searching for truth. And they're lovers of pleasure. The difference is, if we love in our pleasure so much that we forget God, or if we're so headstrong that we don't consider God, or if we're so proud or so disobedient that we don't, or unthankful that we don't do these things, well then, yeah, there's a lot of things going on here that's not of God. A form of, well, let's see, I almost missed this one. Lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying its power. See, we claim we have, but are we exercising that authority through God? And from such people, turn away. Okay? They're out here talking about their own thing, their own preaching, their own thing. Jesus said go out in the world and preach, spread the gospel. He didn't say come out here and start condemning people and judging people, did he? No, he did not. So when people are out there doing this and they're calling women, grown women and children, horrible names because they disagree with what the message that they're standing on that street corner preaching and hollering at, please. And that right there is the reason people turn away. The church has caused more damage to people than any organization in the world. The church has. And they've done it all in the name of love. Oh, in love. Oh, in God's name. For of this sort are those who creep into the households and make captives of gullible women, loading down with sins, led away by various lusts, always learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Woo! You always reading, you always in that book. Yeah, you can quote them scriptures. Yeah. 1 Peter 1, chapter 3 says, yeah, oh, you can do that. Okay. But you lack the truth. Where's the truth come from? God. Okay. Now, as Jannes and Jambres resisted Moses, so do these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt minds disapprove concerning the faith, but they will progress no further, for their folly will be manifest to all, as theirs also was. You understand? What's coming is a fake, false lie. It's a false Christ. It's the Antichrist. And all of the world's going to build this man up to be God, and they're going to worship him as God. They're going to build idols, and they're going to make people worship this idol. Now, what is this idol? Well, it could be a lot of things. People have idols in everything. Okay? But everybody's going to be made to worship it. And that's coming. That's soon. And you can sit on your pity pot all you want to. And you can feel sorry for yourself if you want to. You can sit there and say, oh, why me, Lord? Why me? Why? Won't you stop? Won't you get into the Word? Get with Him. Leave men alone. Men alone. I don't care. Men. Woman. Men. Man. Me. Your friend. Your brother. Your neighbor. Your uncle. Your cousin. Whoever. I don't give a darn. Go in your closet and start seeking the truth the way we're supposed to seek the truth, and get our answers the way we're supposed to get our answers, and stop believing these people that are full of themselves and telling you that Christ has come. Christ has not come, nor has the Antichrist come. So see, when you hear these people that say that Christ has come, you have to in your mind go, wait a minute. Jesus warned us that, whoa, you're going to hear of, I'm over here. Don't go. I'm over here in the desert. See that you do not go. You see where we're at? I hope you're paying attention, because being all goody-goody two-shoes and trying to act perfect in this world right now ain't going to get you anywhere except following the Antichrist. You better come out of it. You better gather your loins. You better gain strength. You better find a few people that are with you. And even if you stand by yourself, as I've said earlier in the video, though 1,000 fall at my feet and 10,000 on my right, or however that goes, I butchered that there, I'm not going to be afraid. So all that goes on can happen. You see how the difference of being protected and not being protected? See where my faith lies into the protection? My protection comes into God. I'm not worried about this world. I was told all this is going to happen. So what am I going to do? I'm going to guard my loins, get in my Bible, and I'm going to go to praying, and I'm going to do more to staying out of this world and more in tune with Him. Every day. I'm working hard at it, and I'm working harder now trying to get people to understand that when people hear I am God, or I am Jesus come in the flesh over here, I'm over here, stop. Don't be deceived. That's the first thing Christ told the disciples. Don't be deceived. Now, I know a few haters have come along in the comments, and they know they have watched the videos. And I normally will leave a little something at the very end to see if people will actually go to that far of that video. And so far, the haters have. But it's kind of those people that this is intended for anyway. You know, those people that are kind of stuck in this this world of a form of godliness that's not of truth. All right, it's for the money, for the pride, for the prestige, for, you know, the recognition, the honors, the glory, or whatever. Okay, but it's not of God. But they're searching. You know, they're searching. Now, some of these, now the ones that I accuse that are falsely preaching, now they're after the gain. They're the ones that are guilty of that. They'll answer for that sin. That's on them. And it goes even harder if that sin that they've taught and caused to another one, the sin of God's children, they're in trouble bad. So for them, it doesn't matter. It's not them that I'm trying to reach. He knows he's a quack. I don't have to tell him he's a quack. He knows he is. He's just laughing. But those that are actually following, looking for God, and then they run across this quack, those are who I'm after. If you set in your ways and you know your church is right and you ain't got nothing to worry about and you can just sit there on your couch and wait for your name to be called, when that roll call is called, you're going to be gone? Yeah, go ahead. You think it all you want to. But you better come out of your shell. You better come out of that self-protective mode you have. Quit being so offended and get into this truth and start figuring out what's going to happen and what you're going to have to do as a survivor if you want to survive. And trusting and relying on these goofy men here. Tell you something, when the internet shuts down, what are you going to have to rely on? When the internet shuts down, what are you going to have to rely on? You better have your connections already made with Christ. Because if you rely on men and you go looking for men, guess what? You're in trouble. You already are. It's just not dire trouble right now. All right? Don't be part of this world that wears the mark of the beast already. They're telling you to look for a number. They're telling you to look for some kind of stupid thing that they're going to put into your brain or into your hand. Stop falling for this nonsense, this gibberish. It's worship. Everything about this book is worship. From the beginning to the very end of it, it's worship. Everything. And to come in here and say it's anything else it's ignorance. Be with them, Lord.